He's Adam Sandler. His new movie Pixels hits theaters this Friday nationwide. Had a chance to see it on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's 3D, by the way. Special effects were unbelievable.
Yes.
You got unbelievable director in Chris Columbus, who gave us Home Alone and Harry Potter, and he said his goal was to make you an actor in this.
That's what I heard.
You didn't know that.
No. He told me. He tricked me.
But what's the difference though? That aren't you an actor, or are you playing yourself in movies? How many?
I have no idea.
Have you played yourself in movies?
There's a part of myself in every role. Yeah. As a human, I'm deep. As an actor, I go deep.
But there's times when you see Harrison Ford, you don't think Harrison Ford is being anybody other than Harrison Ford.
Right. No, I definitely made it off charisma and staying true to
Centered.
I'm a real man. I'm centered.
All right, let's get to the problem here. There's the elephant in the room.
Yeah, what happened, McLovin? What's going on? I missed it.
It's bad.
Well, I don't want to give any plot points away, but all the Danettes were situated next to a character with a key line.
Right.
And I was sitting next to Dan, but then they moved me next to our friend.
You didn't get in there?
Yeah, I was next to Steve Corrin.
Yeah.
And after we shot, I said to you, I'm like, I'm a little worried. Dan Patrick's not going to lose a line.
Right.
Robert Smigel's not going to lose a line.
Yeah.
Steve Corrin might lose a line. And you said, don't worry. Don't worry. You're in there. You're in there. You look great.
You were in there, and I didn't know. I thought there's a wide shot. You're in a wide shot, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in a wide shot.
I know, but if you watch it when it comes out on your iPad, you can do that thumb finger thing, and you're gonna it's gonna get right to you. No, you're right. Steve Corn, he stayed in the cut until the very end, and then just towards the MPAA was really against him.
Do you have any remorse when you cut somebody out of a scene?
1,000%. I keep them in as much as I can until the studio's going bananas, saying that's not making any sense, that scene, and then I have to.
Have you ever called somebody to say, like, which you didn't do to me when you cut out the end of the scene and blended at the end of the movie where I steal it, the dance scene? I remember you didn't call me.
That was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah,
I didn't want to have to ruin your
but
day
you
that
didn't
day.
call me.
So wait.
I go to the movie and I say, I killed it at the end, this dance scene. And next thing I know, Terry Crews is at the very end. I go, wait.
You not only lost your scene, you got rewritten into something better.
I did?
No, Terry Cruz's agent was adamant about the getting the ending and just needing.
Do I need to get an agent?
Yes.
That's been the problem here.
Yep.
How difficult was it shooting a special effects movie?
Not too bad, You sit there and you pretend something's there, and Chris Columbus kept making me dig deep as an actor and saying he's really there, the Pac-Man's going to get you. And, I believed it, and I'd go home at night, and the Pac-Man was always right with me.
You were scared?
Chasing me, yep,
Dreams?
throughout the giant house of 40,000 square feet.
Is that what you live in?
40,000 square feet, yeah. If I put all my houses together, it's 40,000 square feet.
I haven't been to your house.
No.
There's a reason.
Yeah, no, the guard.
I haven't been invited.
The guard is he's so iffy about you.
Well, when he went back into the guardhouse and he looked, and there's like pictures there of people who can't come in. So I was there, and he didn't let me in.
Truly amazing place. You're gonna get there.
What is it that I'll see that I wouldn't see in another house? If I go into your house, this is your Malibu house?
Malibu house, that's a whole other thing. That's beautiful. That's great there. That's all Sandman in a towel. Sandman in a towel, just walking around waving to the staff.
And sometimes you're naked walking through, right?
Constantly.
Yeah.
No, but you know what's bad about the Malibu place? They're tight houses. It's like my house over there, house over there. They definitely have seen me naked. The people through the windows. Why wouldn't they?
Famous people?
I don't think they're famous, and I think
you don't know
they're
they're
rich. They're rich. They're just normal rich people
So-
who get to see Sandman naked and tell their friends.
Wait, you don't know who your neighbors are?
I talk to them a lot, but I don't memorize names well.
It's small details.
The lady with the dogs.
Yeah.
On the left.
Yeah.
And on the right is actually a rich guy who rents it out all the time. So there's new rich people there all the time.
The most famous person on the street besides you?
I got Cusack a couple of houses away.
Ooh.
I got Mel Brooks. I'm told is on the street, and they won't give me the address.
Have you ever gone to John Cusack's house?
Yes, he's got a nice house.
But do you just knock on the door? Like let's say you want to get away from the wife and kids.
Let me go over to the queue. I said.
Yeah, the Q man.
Let's get over. Let me go queue time. Yes. I have been to his house. He's got a. You know what? My kids actually. He has a driveway. My kids learn to ride their bikes on Cusack's driveway. He's got like the nicest driveway on the block, and he's got a basketball hoop too. I don't have one in Malibu, so I've shot hoops at Cusack's house.
Oh, you're not allowed to have a hoop at Malibu?
It just doesn't fit the house. It's like a weird layout.
Oh, well, I'd know that if I went there. But so does Cusack have games?
You can go out there and stay at the beach house. You should.
You say that you said that to me twice.
Anytime you want.
And
you
then
can
I was
use it.
in Malibu. I said to my wife, I said, "Hey, Sandler lives out." He said, "Just stop by."
Just come. Just use the house. You can stay there for 3 weeks. I wouldn't. There's the Cusack. That was a good shot. You could stay there anytime you want.
What are the kids going?
All the boys.
Who's
do
going?
it?
Wait,
the kids love it there. Yes, but they're not. They're in the school year. We're not there all the time.
All right. Does Cusack have game?
He doesn't. I didn't play hoop with him, but he's a great baseball player. I played in a thing like 10 years ago where they all played softball in Malibu, and I went up there. He's good, very good.
Well, wasn't he in 8 Men Out?
Yeah, he's a real athlete. Yeah,
yeah.
He's a big dude too.
He's tall.
He's like you. He's like your
But
height.
is he
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn type?
Not that tall, but big, strong guy.
Have you been asked to host SNL?
Not recently, but over the years, yes. Yeah.
Would you do it?
No reason to do that, I don't think. But I like watching
it. You don't want to be hosting anymore. You don't want to do that.
It's a lot of pressure, man. I can't handle it. It's like 5-6 days of constant pressure. I don't want to do it. But I like watching. I love the 40th anniversary was the greatest being back. If they could do one of those every year, an anniversary every year, I would love to do that.
So if they did the 41st anniversary,
I would be there every time. Who's that?
That's the music that says I have to have a hard out here in 20 seconds.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we'll do a hard out in 20 seconds. Now it's 15.
Let's hit big. Let's hit big on the out.
And then you'll stick around?
Yes.
Okay. I got 10 seconds right now.
I got 10 seconds to get
seconds,
McLovin back
7,
in there. Let me call the editor.
5. We'll continue with Adam Sandler. We'll do so next. This is the Dan Patrick Show. Hey, Adam Sandler's staying with us for a little while. His new movie Pixels hits theaters this Friday nationwide. It's when intergalactic aliens misinterpret video feeds of classic arcade games, and then hilarity ensues.
Doesn't it, though?
There's some great special effects there. Peter Dinklage is awesome.
He's a 10.
Josh Gad.
Yeah, he's a thunderstorm.
And Michelle Monaghan. And
she should be on the show always. You would love her more than anybody. She's cool. She can hang.
I saw her at the premiere.
She was with her family. She was with Grandpa that night.
Yeah.
And she's just solid as a rock. Tall girl too.
Yeah. Yep.
Strong, fast.
Yeah.
Can jump over barrels.
I could tell.
Yep.
Let me see. What else did Kevin James also in the movie too. Plays the president of the United States.
He's fantastic, and he's a good president. Did you hear his first what he did when he got into office? First movie he made? Legalized marijuana meatloaf.
He did.
That was his.
I missed that.
Yep.
Was that in a deleted scene?
Nope.
Oh.
That just happened.
It did.
We didn't even film
Wait,
it.
does Kevin James realize he's not the president of the United States?
He is the president. I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. How did you recreate the Oval Office there?
Oh man, they built the sets, and it was there in Toronto. We had a lot of the White House up in Toronto.
But you get the blueprint.
You get the blueprint, and it's you know what was funny? There was a rug in one of the offices, and it was spelt wrong. Like they skipped a few words. It was just something like freedom and this and that, and it spelled something wrong, and you could tell it was just a Canadian guy who hated us. Put it together.
Do you have to get permission to do that?
I think so. I don't know. I don't get yes.
Wait, somebody's telling you.
Covert, do you know? Oh, you weren't listening, Covert?
Oh, okay.
Trying to work a Dan move.
Yeah, so you got a new movie coming out, too. Not that you want to talk about that movie.
No,
but
okay. You're in it. You're coming Thursday to shoot with my kids. And you're going to wear a mullet, and you're going to love it.
And I play.
You asked for the mullet, by the way.
I did. Well, these guys asked for it. Now, can I get a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet?
We're just taking Dinklage's off and handing it over to you.
How do you reach out to Dinklage? Like, how does that?
That was the best. It was the I did a movie with Tom McCarthy, and he's friends with the Dink, and the Dink, and the great guy, the Dink. And I called, and we were putting the movie together, and we were trying to come up with a good cast. And Covert said, "What about Peter Dinklage for the Fire Blast?" And we were all like, "That's the greatest." And so sent him the script, and he was great. Got in there right away.
How involved do you get in the actual cast?
Very much.
Yeah,
very much. I can't get every move I want. I got to clear it with everyone. And the brass gets involved. The brass want to lead you to different people sometimes, and then you say, "Yeah, no, they're good, but what about this guy? What about this girl?"
But what about if you cast a beautiful woman?
Yes,
that has to go through your wife.
That helps. That helps. But no, doesn't. No, we. My wife's pretty cool. It's been 50
and she's
years.
in the movie.
She's in there. Yeah, she's Kevin James's assistant.
Yeah. But you never have to run anything by her. Like Jessica Biel, you never had.
No.
What about the scene with Jessica Biel where you're actually feeling her up?
She encouraged every grab. Go get him, Sandman. That's what I always get every day before. Go get there, Sandman. Do us proud. And the kids are like, "Squeeze away, Pops."
How old were you when you auditioned for Saturday Night Live?
I must have been 22. I got it when I was 23. And yeah.
How'd you get the call?
Dennis Miller hooked me up. He told them that they were doing auditions, and Dennis Miller said I was funny to the couple of guys over there, and they brought me out there. And Sandy was
your agent.
Sandy, he was over there. If he's sleeping, I don't know, but he was like a big guy over at SNL, and he represented Lorne and all those guys, Brillstein Gray, and they represented a lot of guys on the show. And then I went in to Chicago with Chris Rock and like 5 other guys, and we did stand up, and they liked my material. They wanted me to be a writer.
Oh, so you weren't going to be on, you were going to be a writer.
I don't think so. Initially, they wanted me just to be a writer, and then they said, but I could get a little airtime, and then I would sneak into stuff.
You remember your first contract?
It had something like for writing.
How much money?
I think maybe $1,500 a week, or something like that. And then if you got on air, you got more money that week. I think, I don't remember 100%, but something like that.
What about your first sketch?
I was in my first on air was with Tom Hanks. My first, yeah, that was awesome. Sabras. I think I was a Sabra. I think that was my first skit. And then my first written one, I think the first week on the show, I got a skit on that I wrote for I think John Goodman or Dennis Quaid and Kevin Nealon. It was about a guy who was every time you asked him a question, he just took a bite, so he'd hold his finger up because he was still chewing. He'd be like, I think that was my first skit ever on the air. I think.
But how intimidating! The first time you're on is opposite Tom Hanks.
He was cool. He was very nice, but I was terrified. I was terrified, man, because the live thing, and you felt like you could faint and all that stuff. And then I was like, this is what I wanted. This is my dream. And then all of a sudden they count down. You're like, I don't want this. What a dumb mistake this was.
How much ad-lib do you want in a movie?
I love it when somebody's great and comes in and gives you good new stuff.
But you're not sold like you got to go, because some guys are like, you got to stay scripted. No. This is exactly what it is.
If you know you got something juicy that you wrote, you're like, yeah, make sure you get that for sure.
But how much ad-lib did you have in Pixels?
Josh Gad did a lot of ad-libbing. He's out of his mind. He's very funny. And Kevin comes up with stuff, and Dinklage came up with stuff, and Michelle. Everybody was pretty loose. But yeah, you try to get the script. That scene with you that night, that was the best.
That was fun.
That was such a great time, man. We came up with a lot of
and we
stuff.
were rushing to get it done by midnight, because if it went past midnight, didn't you have to pay the crew extra?
I think we just had to pay the crew. We usually don't pay those guys. We're like, if it's after midnight, we do have to get them a sandwich or something.
Adam Sandler joining us. Pixels comes out Friday nationwide, and Pac-Man, Donkey Kong.
Very nice. Yep.
Were you?
Yeah, I was good at that stuff. You? Did you grow up playing that?
Pac-Man.
You were good at Pac-Man?
Yeah.
How about Pong? Did you play Pong?
I did not. I only played Pac-Man.
That was it?
I don't know why. That's all I played. I went Miss Pac-Man after a while.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I changed it up a little bit there. But
I played some Pac-Man game yesterday where you play against each other, 4 Pac-Mans. Everybody's got a guy and you can chase each other. It was awesome. You got to see.
Do you do like the new like World of Warcraft?
No, I don't know it that well. Do you?
My son plays it.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
But if like your wife came home and you were there with like Cheetos and a beer and playing video games,
it would make. She wouldn't be.
She'd be okay with that.
She'd be. Oh yeah. She was thinking mates. She probably thinks I do play him. I don't know. We don't talk in the house.
You don't?
Nah, there's nothing to say.
Are you asked to do chores?
You know what? Not that much. It's funny. I think in the beginning I was, and then she just saw the look on my face, like, man, didn't I make this much cash for a reason? All right, get someone else to do that. But
what, do you buy your way out of things?
Yeah, but not with money. Just with
Love.
I'll give love and dancing and stuff.
When's the last time you slow dance with your wife?
I do it we do it a lot in front of the kids in the morning, just to show them how much we like each other. Do a little dance and.
And you know the next line to the song.
Make a little love. We do. We get down. We get down at the breakfast table.
I would like to see you do chores, like a Funny or Die.
I do some stuff.
Like what? When's the last time you took out the garbage?
I see the other guys doing it, and I'll walk out with them. I'll escort them. I'll go, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's where you put it? What day? I always say things like, what day does the garbage guy come?
Do you mow the grass? When's the last time you mowed the grass?
All the time. All the time I go out there again.
You got a riding lawnmower?
I think that, yes. No, but the guys who do it, I give them high fives and stuff when they're done, and I say, jump in this pool. Come on, the Sandman's swimming alone. Get in there. And then they jump in.
When's the last time you swam naked in your pool?
That's every time. Every time. When the kids fall asleep and the wife's asleep, I go and do the naked swim, do my laps. That's my new thing, doing laps in the pool.
Naked,
just feeling something drifting behind you.
Like your rudder. Yeah, I like that.
It keeps me straight.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you could give up writing or one of the two, if you said, I'll continue to act or I'm going to continue to produce and direct and write, which one are you more likely to give up?
I don't know. I like writing in the room. You're a little safer in there, you know, with you and your friends and saying, yes, that's funny. That's awesome. And then when you're acting and you have to, it can miss. It can be easier in the writing room. I like it there. How about you, buddy? Radio or what would
radio
movies?
Radio
over movies?
Well, radio or TV.
Radio.
I could give up TV.
Exactly. It's kind of.
I could never do what you do. I in any capacity. I couldn't. I don't enjoy the acting. I like the 4 minutes when you're acting.
Yeah.
It's the 12 hours when you're not.
Yeah,
like the downtime
is the worst.
And
it's a bore.
Yes. Yeah. But you hire good people, like fun people to be
nice
around.
people around all the time.
And
when
now
you show up, it's always great.
Luke Wilson in Ridiculous Six.
Great dude.
Was great. He was fun.
We all had fun that time.
Yeah. And I think I pulled off. Do you think Daniel Day-Lewis will be proud to know that we both portrayed Lincoln?
Daniel Day-Lewis, honestly, doesn't even know he did Lincoln. That's how deep he gets into it. He moves off. When you tell him great job on that, he's like, on what? I did. For real?
Because I wanted to be faunted, at the end, Daniel Day Patrick.
That's a good idea.
Can I do that for Ridiculous Six?
We can get that done, yeah.
Yeah, because and when does Ridiculous Six come out? This is the
December
Western.
December 11th on Netflix. And you'll be in it, and you'll be cursing.
I know. Abe Lincoln curses. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, God, did we want to give that away?
Don't say what you said.
Oh, okay. There's a scene.
You go blue. He goes blue for a moment.
Lincoln goes blue in the scene. And it's a pivotal scene in the movie, of course.
It certainly is. It's his whole arc, Luke's whole arc.
You told this story, and before we take a break and say goodbye to you, because I know you're important today. You were on a private plane with your assistant?
Yes, we
Locke,
almost died, yes.
And you were on, were you on Kimmel?
Yes.
And you told that story on Kimmel?
Yeah, true story.
Can you tell that story real quick about, because Sandman, he goes in style. Your private plane.
This was a little one. This was like this.
How many seats?
4.
Whoa.
4. So I took a little one. We're going to New Mexico from L.A. Real quick, trying to get there. Me and Lachlan are in there, and it's feeling a little hot in the inside. And then we look up, and the guys, the pilot and the co-pilot, have crazy long masks on, like not little ones, like with giant horns on them, and they're hitting switches over and over.
So these are oxygen masks.
Yeah,
but
yes,
more...
but they look more like they just look like from a movie, like they were the bad guys too. So you had that going on in your head, like, oh no, we're getting hijacked. Or something was bananas. So that kind of thing. They're hitting switches. One guy's reading a manual, frantically flipping pages, and me and Lachlan are so panicked, and we're not able to say anything. We just keep looking at each other like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. And it was about 20 minutes of that, and we were like really soaring down fast to the ground. And you kept looking out, saying, okay, I guess we can land there. And there's a farm. Oh, no, it's mountains. Okay, we're going to smash into it. Oh, no, it's a baseball field. Get to the baseball field. You know, it was that kind of thing. You just thought we were going to die. And then, like 12 minutes. They didn't say a word to us because they were panicked or something. Or maybe they said the way they're supposed to handle it is not, they're supposed to just concentrate. But Lachlan was texting his wife, like, I love you, and please, baby. One and only, this is it. You know, that kind of thing. I forgot what he said.
Did you text your wife?
No, I kept saying, let's not do that. Let's not, in my head, I was like, let's not make this a final thing. Let's try to get out of this. But we were definitely breathing. We were just staring at each other. And then we'd get a little laugh like, I can't believe we're about to die. This is awful. And I just dropped my kids off. At school, and I was like, "Oh no, they got to hear that. That was the last drop off, and I'm gonna die this way." And
can you make jokes when you're gonna die?
We weren't making the best of jokes. No, we kind of just like, oh,
Were you bummed that you were gonna die with Lachlan instead of somebody like famous or?
I thought it was funny that he was gonna end up like I almost wanted to take the seatbelt off.
Sandler and 3 others die.
No, I wasn't thinking of any headlines, but I was thinking of that 220-pound Lachlan landing on me. There he is, Lachlan. Weren't you terrified?
Yeah.
We couldn't speak for like 3 days. We were shook up after, and we drove to New Mexico after, and we would just quietly just stare, and then like an hour in the trip driving, we'd be like, that was weird, man.
But you always had that moment between you and him.
How long did it last, Lachlan?
Lasted 20 minutes.
20.
And how?
My wife, something's wrong.
Oh yeah, something's wrong. He wrote. He wrote something's wrong, and I said, no, don't send that. Don't send that. What's that? How's that going to help you?
Maybe you do a movie off of this.
Yeah. No, if yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good scene.
I mean, it happy ending though.
Yeah, we did get out of it, and Lachlan's okay today.
Did you tip the pilots?
No, I definitely looked at them after, like, what happened there? And they were like these young guys.
Yeah.
You start going in your head, I never met these guys in my life. Why did I trust them flying this thing? You're like, what? Why did I like do an interview with either one of these guys to make sure they're good at this?
What if that was their first flight? Like they were looking at the manual there. You didn't realize that might have been their first flight.
They were just doing standard procedure. I think they were great at what they did, but I honestly did hate them for a few minutes.
The movie is Pixels. You'll love it. With the Sandman, it hits theaters this Friday.
Why not?
Thank you, Sandman.
Great to see you.
I will see you on the next movie set.
Okay. See you Thursday.
Yes.
Thanks, boys. McLovin, sorry.